tonight's big local story, a state police investigation into inconsistencies with water quality reporting in St. John Parish. That led to the indictment of 2 parish employees. They were responsible for conducting water samples, but allegedly misrepresented their reports. Last month, state police did say a criminal investigation could be in the works.
Should we find evidence and should we discover that this was something that was a criminal act, something that maybe was a fraudulent reporting or something that was some sort of criminal negligence here, then certainly we can move forward with that criminal investigation. But right now, it's certainly not being labeled that. We can't say for sure this was a criminal act or was not, but we're going to look at everything altogether.
WDSU reporter Casey Fran tells us what the Attorney General says led state police to the discrepancies in the reports.
In September, the Department of Health and Hospitals called on state police to investigate inconsistencies in the water quality reporting in St. John the Baptist Parish.
Should we find evidence and should we discover that this was something that was a criminal act, something that maybe was a fraudulent reporting or something that was some sort of criminal negligence here, then certainly we can move forward with that criminal investigation.
State police handed that investigation over to the State Attorney General's office. A St. John Parish grand jury indicted 2 Utilities Department employees for failing to properly collect and record water samples from testing sites where the brain-eating amoeba was found in the water system. Danielle Roussel and Kevin Branch are charged with malfeasance and filing or maintaining false public records. According to the indictment, they were tasked with collecting samples from at least 2 locations, the Lyons Water Treatment Plant and Reserve and an additional site in Mount Airy. They were to record the findings in a daily log to be filed with the DHH each month. However, state police found that their reports did not match up with GPS data from their parish vehicles. According to the indictment, on numerous days when the 2 said they tested water samples, GPS data showed they were not near the testing sites. When the investigation began, Parish President Natalie Rowbottom did not deny the discrepancy.
Actually, it didn't alarm us because we're concerned about the safety of our residents. And if there's an inconsistency that needs to be corrected, we want to correct that.
President Rowbottom says her office maintains this previous commitment to residents in the parish.
We apologize for all the actions or inactions that led to this emergency and the resultant precautions, but we are committed to making sure the water is safe for now and in the future.
Now, when we went to Kevin Branch's home in Laplace, a woman there told us he was not willing to speak with us about the indictment and told us to contact his attorneys. However, she did not give us that attorney's information. But both of the employees were given 24 hours to surrender to police. As of news time, they have not turned themselves in, Scott.